From inside Tropicana Field here in Tampa Bay, we've got baseball on the show. It's the Detroit Tigers taking on the Tampa Bay Rays. First pitch coming your way next. First pitch moments away, and on the hill today, Ryan Pepio. What's the word on him?
Well, coming into this game, hitters are batting under 250 against this.
Well, trying to bounce back from a disappointing one last night. Had a good enough game early on and just one bad inning, really. Just blew it, as we so often do. Tough test on the mound today on paper, though, and Ryan Pepio. Now, the record not very good, but a sub-2 ERA could be a problem.
Next offering is
and especially if he's going to get those, we could have a real problem here today. 0-2 on Parker. Well inside.
2 strikes.
Tried to get a chase. We would not oblige.
Pitch misses there.
Going inside. Wondering if the pitch he's going to try and... You know what? At the death, Evo picks Parker Meadows.
Spoils that one.
Pitch he tries to put us away with might be outer edge, given those 2 pitches that missed inside. Now make it full.
He's great hitting the ball the other way.
It's a good battle back.
Did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Ooh. Well, we were right when it came down to it. Fastball outer edge. What a job by Parker to foul that off. 3-2. Oh my God!
Lawrence rings him up.
Been a pretty rough start to this series for him.
You know, we saw so many elevated fastballs in last night's game.
For how to deal with this guy right now.
We've been swinging at a lot of those lately. I've tried to make it a point of emphasis to not do that. That cost us there. So now Carpenter. Don't think we went. We did not.
Appeal to third. Didn't go.
So 2-0 on the American League's leading home run hitter.
Right-hander kick steals.
Wow. Wow. Hang and change up. That's what we've done with it. That's just kind of the way the Tigers' bats have been going lately.
2 outs, base is empty.
If it's not a perfect swing, we are not barreling anything up worth a damn. Once again,
fouled off.
That felt like a good swing.
2 outs, base is empty.
It was. How's gaming been with Detroit? Well, we summed it up at the end of last night's game. We have 1 loss in the entire month of June so far, and this June 21st. 1 loss in the entire month of June so far that wasn't blown in the 8th or 9th inning.
Outside, and the count is 1-1.
We have plenty of losses in June, but they have all been bullpen collapses.
Right through there for a strike.
That changeup's going to be a problem. Certainly thought he was going to try and throw it down. No. 1-2. Up high.
Pitch way upstairs.
The Mudcat last couple Mudcats games haven't been good either.
2 outs. Cold strike 3 on the fastball, and that ran back over the inner half. 3 up, 3
well,
down.
early on, Ryan Pepio as advertised.
Back after this on the show.
That's a nasty fastball.
Back now in Tampa Bay.
And
on the mound,
you know, it's not a great situation here for us. It is Brant Herter starting things off for the Tigers today when we have used an opener
of greatness.
The first inning has not been very good.
Able to get ahead of hitters and perhaps get some swings
and especially when that opener is not full stamina.
Beyond the W, he wants to have
and Brandt is not tonight.
And he hits a ground ball right.
So we're going to get one inning, probably, hopefully, out of Brandt Herter, and then turn it over to Sawyer Gibson-Long.
One guy swinging a hot bat recently, Richie Palacios.
He's been a solid force for his team right now. Kind of a fire starter when you consider an on-base percentage.
He already did
400 over the last 10 games. That's solid, consistent work. He's making things happen for this offense right now.
Ha-Sung Kim next to hit for the
Ha-Sung
Rays.
Kim with one away.
Yeah, that's outside.
Brandt falling behind each of the first two Rays. A team
eyes
that we
of
really
them.
kept
Not
in
many
check
players in the 2023
until the 7th
World
inning
Baseball
last
Classic
night.
Had more fun than
And they didn't do anything.
Grand Slam and a win against China, and earlier in the
They didn't do a
tournament,
damn
had
thing
two-homer
in
game,
any other inning last
delivered
night.
some special moments for Korea.
Ground ball this time to McKinstry. Now, I guess we shouldn't really say that, simply because they did walk us off technically, but man, it was just
two down, base is
joke.
empty. Here's the veteran first baseman, Yandy Diaz.
Oh, Ash is only at 191 points and picked the stick. Change up and a swing and a miss for Yandy Diaz, who was mostly kept in check yesterday. Two ground balls forced by Brandt Herter here in this first. And the 0-2.
That's a ball. Went
Not
with
close
the
enough. Ooh.
Just missed.
Really good take, especially with two strikes.
Right, just an all-time pick-the-stick record by the All-Star break. Swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss. And that's that.
Strikeout for Brandt Herter, so all's well that ends well, I suppose.
No score.
For the long-term plan, I do think we leave Brandt Herter at just one inning. We will immediately get up. Sawyer Gibson-Long, fresh, ready to go, coming off a great outing his last time.
Pepio.
4, 5, and 6 for Detroit.
Right through there for a
Fulkerson,
strike.
Torres, McKinstry against Ryan Pepio. Second inning starting off very similarly to the first. Probably the most hittable fastball we're going to see first pitch, but it's still not ideal. Then he goes to the edge. Not good.
0-2 now.
Ball inside.
Javi's kind of hit a wall when it comes to RBIs. Like, he's getting on base just a little bit. Actually, he's actually walking a good bit.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Swing and a miss. Changeup's going to be the strikeout pitch. At least that first trip through the order. I want to say at least two of them are on it, and then one was a fastball looking.
Here's Gleyber Torres.
Yeah. Not been playing our best, to say the least.
And a fastball misses outside for a
Which is
ball.
really disappointing, you know. We had the month of
Second inning
May
here, no score.
where we could hit, but this team couldn't get any starting pitching. And then now the offense is kind of cooled out for the most part, but we can't get relief pitching.
And that is out of play.
Of course, the first pitch really of the game that we would see leaked over the middle of the plate, outside of the changeup to Carpenter, is a cutter. Messes with that timing. And base hit back up the middle. He went back-to-back pitches down the middle in very similar speeds. The cutter at 89 and then dropped the changeup in at 87. Gleyber just smacks it into center field. So the first hit for either team here today.
Just one hit in his last 5 games.
Ball one, no strikes.
Yeah, IRL Tigers, rough series against the Rays. They're getting killed. But to be honest, it really hasn't happened all year, so outside of like the Dodgers. McKinstry foul. There is, you know, MLB The Show 25, completely unrealistic. For one, obviously, we're playing in the Trop. And two, there's way too many people to be playing at the Trop. Into left field. I think that one is going to drop, and it does. Uh-oh. Glaber's out at third. Whoa, he's in safely.
Back-to-back base hits.
A little bit of a lazy tag.
Right there, and that's a really tough play for
Glaber Torres goes first to third.
And the same for the left fielder, so he just found a perfect place to drop that one in right there. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ball game.
Another mistake, though, from Ryan Pepio here in the second inning, middle of the plate. Slider leaked over.
And now Dylan Dingler.
And Dylan Dingler, who's pretty much turned into our Javier Baez, just slapping opposite field singles. A little bit late on that slider. Pepio's got a good one. 90 miles an hour there on that. Even though I'm not outside anymore, I still feel like I have horseflies all over me. Horseflies were not leaving me alone earlier.
And that
2-1.
misses. 2-1.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on.
Right, it's like those lesser hitters just looking for something on the outer edge of the plate, especially with runners on base. Shoot a ball through that big gap over there. And the cutter at 90.
First and third, one down.
Just early is the feedback on that, but looking at the angle of the bat when it made contact with the ball, I'd say no. That's odd. Inside, full.
Wenzel Perez.
Switch hitter and Wenzel Perez due up.
To get a chance to make a big impact here.
That's ball 4. Bases loaded here in this second inning. And a far cry from what Ryan Pepio was doing in the first.
Up now for the Tigers.
Ooh, not called. Pepio's gotten the benefit of those calls on edges so far in this game. Didn't get that. Fastball at 93. This guy can throw 97. That's the thing, is that the best velocity fastballs, highest velocity fastballs, those are going to be the ones that are in tough locations or miss. It's the slow ones that will be able to be hit.
1-1 now.
2-1.
Takes the ball.
So already, it's a long inning compared to what Pepio did in the first, but it could turn into a disaster here quickly. Wenzel, foul. All right, 2-2.
2-2.
Ground ball, you are kidding me.
Over to Kim. Return throw to first.
Story of the series. This team can't get out of their own way with runners on base.
By the defense to turn that one and get out of this jam.
To be fair, I mean, that's about all you're going to be able to do with that pitch, but man, that blows.
Back here at Tropicana Field, ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now here is Brandon Lowe.
Well, it's kind of a rough time to bring on Sawyer Gibson-Long with a left-hander on the mound, but out he comes.
His first
7 really good innings.
Side, and that's been a struggle for him this
His
season.
last time out.
Seen him pretty well and doing some damage against him.
There's a
That's
strike
ball
at
at the knees at 90.
Now it's even 1-1.
Gibson-Long, not much in the way of velocity, which is just kind of an overall issue on this team.
By Torres.
Torres.
Up, one down.
Batting fifth, the center fielder, Christopher Morel.
Now we'll see Morel.
Will hit next.
Rough night last night, looking like a rough season.
He swings and drives one out to deep left field. Way back there. Gone.
All right. Just like that. Wow, he's got home runs. It's his 13th of the year.
1-0. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that.
Wow.
Aggressive, and it paid off.
That's shock. I don't know how the AI hits that pitch, and the people that do are often like head scratchers.
Looks like this guy was
Man, oh man.
out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on
That
the
looks like
inside
a fastball, maybe
So
even
direct
in off the
pitch.
plate.
Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
Base is empty, one away. Brayton
It's right where we wanted it.
hit for the Rays.
In our defense.
And the first pitch misses for ball
Not
one.
really sure what that was from Sawyer.
Dave Lawrence assigned to work home plate in this one.
Good umpire, Boog. Very fair, very consistent. Now, I did hear some
Dave
feedback
Lawrence,
that he
very
opens up
fair,
the
very
outside corner a
consistent.
little bit on left-handed
We remember
hitters, which,
umpire
you know,
number
for me,
40.
I'd be kind of salty.
And not in that,
So maybe
not in that
something to
way.
keep an eye on and see if that factors into this one at all.
That's 3-1.
That misses the zone, and that's ball three.
I would assume that's
Players ever
probably
change
the
their approach
case.
in meaningful ways based on who's umpiring, or is it good to just be aware of tendencies so
Might
you're
have
not
gotten
that
him to
surprised?
chase that one.
I'd say the latter.
Just a
because
bit. I'm not
pitcher's
sure he
gotta
gets
pitch to
that
his
call.
strengths regardless. The hitter's got to hit to his strength. So you're aware of it, but
That's
you
low.
have to just hunt for what you can handle. Breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch.
Well, he
has the
just
most
spit
confidence
on
in right now. Just
everything
couldn't
worth
find
a
the
damn.
strike zone.
Josh Lowe. batting with
Fastball
one
in on
down,
Josh Lowe.
Takes a strike.
Double play to get out of this, only allowing the one run would go a long way. But here, that changeup. The changeup command is just so bad. Ground ball. McKinstry. Torres fires to first, and it is the double play we needed.
But they're off to a good start
Christopher
as they
Morel
pick up a
goes
run on
deep
this
on
solo
what was
shot.
otherwise a
It's
pretty
now
good
1-0.
pitch.
Major League Baseball is on the show.
I don't even know how he went down on that with that swing. Didn't seem to make a lot of sense. A wall scraper.
Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from
Hey,
around the
Carpenter's
league.
pace is up to 76 home runs. That's a few. But again, I mean, it wasn't easy after the home run. But hey, we will take that. Tiger said the bases loaded in the second inning, did not score with only one away.
That's off the mark, and that's ball one. Baez,
And it goes
a
back to
former
last
Gold
night.
Glove
I
winner,
mean,
32
we had the
years
chance
old,
in
and
the
he was born in Puerto Rico.
ninth inning to take the lead. We had the chance in the 10th. And just never happened.
Swings through that one for strike one.
I got a ball, one strike.
That just
Way more than
bounces,
expected.
and the
And again,
count's 2-1.
I'll never have a good explanation as to why I do what I do with Kerry Carpenter when all the rest of the totals on this team are relatively normal. They're not completely unexpected.
Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook up into the seats.
I would say, though, even though we didn't score in that second inning, that could be a big inning for us because the pitch count for Pepio not going to be great.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming.
And I mean, now even Baez with a battle. I mean, Pepio hasn't had but maybe one quick at-bat, and that was to Carpenter.
Cuts and misses.
Nothing
It's
you
a
can do.
strikeout.
He's so fastball heavy. And I mean, that one, that's been called against this already.
With 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
There's just not much you can do about it. You got to go after it. Pretty good
Back to the
swing.
top of the lineup, Parker Meadows.
Eh,
Up now
touch
for the
behind, but
Tigers.
not enough that we couldn't have made contact.
Swing and a foul
This is
back.
just the
That's out of
problem.
play.
All the
Full out,
hittable
bases empty.
fastballs have just been fouled away by Tigers lately.
And that's through there for a strike. And it's 0-2.
Okay. Good luck.
Outside with a breaking ball.
Pepio was the case in last night's game. I mean, they get ahead. They can get ahead, 0-2 quick, and then it just falls apart.
One down, base is empty. Hammers down.
Parker
Deep
Meadows
and forget
is gonna tie this thing. We
He's
squared up a
6-1 on the
fastball
opposite
finally.
way. Home run number 5 on the season.
At least I think it was a fastball.
1-1. That was blasted.
Home run number 5 for Parker Meadows in his short tenure on this team so far this year. Might be the first to go opposite field.
Where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to bottle that type of approach.
Now that's destroying a baseball. Commentary said on the wall scraper home run he just absolutely wrecked that ball.
Carpenter, 0 for 1 with a fly out.
Here's Carpenter.
Fastball for a strike.
Not our pitch.
It's 0-1.
the count.
Ground ball.
A ground ball.
But after a changeup, it's just he hasn't thrown that changeup below the zone all that much.
Got that hitter to roll over.
He did just then.
The right fielder, Riley Green.
Here's Riley Green. Went down
Honestly,
on
one of his
strikes
best changeups
first
of the day.
time through.
Timing great, but a little bit too low to do much other than just chop it.
And there's a foul ball.
Fouled off by Riley.
2 down, bases empty, but 1 run across.
Pretty out in
We're
front
the
on
top
that.
half of inning number 3. Breaking ball misses down and away. Well, Chris through the early
Missed
stages,
51
he hasn't been
pitches,
very
excuse me,
efficient
not
in
yet
terms
out of this
pitch
third.
count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game.
And you got to
Just
think that
downstairs
maybe
and
this
outside.
is
It is
a
interesting,
normal
right?
problem when you look at his
the way
ERA
the game is run now,
at
doesn't even
1.5,
matter that
whatever
much
it
if your
was.
starter doesn't go that deep because teams
But
are
a
really
4-3
aggressively building their
record.
bullpens.
Just missed, 3-1. Torque 2 up next.
That's a walk.
Yep.
Went with the cutter again, but couldn't find his own.
Rather face Torkelson, who did strike out
Still in a good spot to
his
get out of
first
this
time.
thing without giving up any more runs. He's just got to turn the page and go after this next guy.
He can't, no double play.
And a foul
I
ball.
jumped all over it, but he threw that cutter. And it's always the cutters that don't really do a whole lot. Movement is very slight. They just look like fastballs and are a little bit slower. Those are the ones that give us trouble.
And now it's even up.
Oh, God. Now, the light, of course, is not helping. Depending on how long we're live tonight, I feel like I am going to need a shower after this because I am just going to die.
2 outs. Swinging a foul straight back.
If you see me just dump this cup of water on my head at any point, just mind your business. 1-2 on Tort. Missed 2 pretty good ones.
Next
Down low, 2-2.
Down low.
Pepio in a fight to finish 3 innings in under 60 pitches.
And a
Just
good
missed.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. He's got to stay focused on the pitch.
I need new headphones anyway. These are the same headphones I have. I've had since I bought my first computer. They're on their last leg. Hit pretty well there by Torque. We actually chased ball 4. Deep fly ball, but nothing to show for it.
And that's the 3rd out.
Parker Meadows takes a fastball outer edge the other way to tie this game at 1. Yeah, hey, maybe there is that. Maybe we will just sweat the rest of the ick out of me. That'd be nice.
Welcome back.
And
Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well.
That loss to the Reds, the only one that we could consider in the month of June a wire-to-wire loss. Allowed 3 runs in the first. Eventually, I think we were down 5-1. So now Gibson Long back to work. Danny Jansen, strike 1.
And it's 0-1.
Don't think we're going to get 7 today out of Sawyer. In relief. Base hit to the number 9 hitter ain't good. Couple of guys that didn't really do much of anything yesterday.
Everything came together for him.
In Morrell and now Danny Jansen.
Jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Doing some damage here today.
Richie Palacios next to him for the Rays.
Richie Palacios was also a slight pain in the ass.
That one's in there.
Good cutter there from Sawyer.
Jansen aboard here at first with nobody out.
Ball one.
Right. Edges have been generous all game long.
Got the bat going to
Palacios wanted to give it back to us.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
In there, strike 3.
One gone here.
Was not a great slider to Palacios, but after that last one, I'm not sure if there was much he was going to do about it. I think he thought it was going to miss inside and just was never going to.
So now here's the DH, Jose Caballero.
Caballero.
Out his first time up. Just missed.
Now 2-0.
Another ball.
Kept him in check at the top of the Rays order as well yesterday. It was really the number 2 hitter where the problems started, but here's Caballero with a hit now.
They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only one away.
I think it's the usual Sawyer Gibson long slider that just didn't slide. It just kind of sits there and spins. Now, granted, Ha-Sung Kim was not the number 2 hitter yesterday. In fact, I don't remember who it was. Oh, Green gonna cut it off. They do not send the runner home. Bases loaded here in the 3rd.
So bases loaded with one away.
Another problem the Tigers have when we tie games, we generally don't hold that tie for very long. Change up, down and in, Ha-Sung Kim. He slapped it the other way. Now a power threat in Yandy Diaz.
And here is Yandy Diaz.
Swing and a miss.
And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
So I'd really love just a sinker ball. Cutter, he was late. Fouled off into the netting.
Bases loaded, one away. Here in the last half of the
I feel like we gotta waste a couple.
Just off the outside part of the plate.
He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this.
Ground ball, there it is. Torkelson to Winslow. Second Rays double play in the first 3 innings.
Getting over, and that ends the inning.
How about it, Sawyer Gibson long?
Loaded, but an excellent job by the defense to turn that one and get out of this jam.
No.
And we're back as we go to the top of the 4th. Now it's the second baseman.
Gleyber Torres to lead off the 4th, and it was 60 pitches through 3 innings for Ryan Pepio.
Ball one. Cutting but missing down low.
Well, these Tigers doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing
pretty weak contact from Gleyber. It's kind of a theme lately.
But the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
Here's the third baseman.
Oh, yeah.
McKinstry.
Not the best swing there on that. Tough ball to pull. McKinstry rocket. It's by the first baseman, Diaz.
Into right field.
That'll help you break out.
Waste no time there. That's a good sound.
Zach McKinstry has had a rough go at the plate last couple series. I thought for sure that was getting caught.
Hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
Here's Dylan Dingler. Walked his first time.
Anyway, back to it. We're on first, 1 away here in the 4th. Dingler, foul.
They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away.
2 home runs in his last 10 games doesn't seem real for Ding. snubbed. 93-mile-an-hour fastball, middle in, on the edge. Tried to pull it out. Tried to get out in front on it. Only to foul it away to the right side.
Fights that one away.
Protection there from Dingler. It's about all we had. I don't know how we made contact on that. So far behind it.
That's down and in.
2-2.
2-2 the count.
I mean, it's getting to the point. Pepio might have a hard time getting out of this fourth. Ground ball, foul.
And that's just foul.
What a game changer that could have been. Fastball right at the knees. I mean, my goodness, he loves that pitch.
Still 2-2.
On the edge with another one.
Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat.
Still 2-2 on Dingler. The base hit. He just kept throwing fastballs. What the fuck do you think was going to happen? Eventually, you're going to leave one over the middle of the plate, and he finally did.
The plate, and I'll tell you, it feels pretty good as a hitter when you grind out a hit like that. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Well, 2 on, 1 away for Wenzel.
Perez up now for the Tigers. Check swing went around.
I didn't even really know we had a curveball. I don't know if we've seen it. Wow. Just like that. 0-2.
Runners at first and
Good
second
average
with
with
gone.
runners in
Top
scoring
half of inning
position
number
in
4.
Wenzel's short season, but a rough at-bat here.
The shortstop
1-2.
takes the ball. Action in the pen down there.
They have only
Garrett
finally
Clevenger
got
warming
bullpen
up the
action
manager
up.
Kevin
Garrett
Cash.
Clevenger, who we
Kelly
did see
getting
last
cranked
night.
up as well.
2-2.
The zone. 2-2.
They tried to get him to go.
But this is also, I mean, if we want to talk about that, a big reason why we weren't able to do much last night. Because anytime we would get, you know, a guy that you think in theory would be able to do something at the plate, he would walk. I mean, we had a lot of walks in last night's game.
2 on, 1 out. And that's where
Second
the swing,
time.
it's a
Second
strikeout.
time. He's just thrown that change up because he's been so fastball heavy. Throws that change up. It looks like it's coming in right at the top of the zone. And then just falls off. And
This ball's chopped
Baez.
on the ground. Taylor slings it across. That's out number 3.
You couldn't foul that away.
Tigers strand a pair. Score remains tied 1-1.
Breaking news. Both teams stink.
And welcome back to the
And leading
ballpark.
up for the
Standing
Rays,
in is the
the
power
second
hitting
baseman,
second baseman, Brandon Lau.
4, 5, and 6 for the Rays. Brandon Lau.
Swing and a miss as he was out front.
This guy's usually not one to chase pitches off the plate, but he did
0-1.
there. We'll see if he can tighten up his zone a little bit.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Let's see if he's willing to use the whole field right here. Definitely pounding him away.
Elevated cutter. It's probably a mistake. Yep.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2.
McKinstry's not necessarily at the bottom of the order. Nope.
Fastball is outside.
Finally, ball 1. And the 1-2. Fouled off
Foul ball
again.
still a 1-2 count.
Oh, pissed at the bottom of the order. Yeah, probably. Swing and a miss late.
Struck him out. Chased
Brandon
the
Lau
fastball
late
for
on
Lau for
93.
strike 3.
Oh, that high four-seam fastball.
That's a big bat for Sawyer Gibson Long to get through.
And what's so tough as a hitter is
No doubt
that you
about
see it
that.
extremely well. The problem is the
Christopher
velocity and
Morel
spin rate
went
just
deep his
happens
last
to jump
time.
by you. You expand your zone, you don't stay tall on the backside, and you're really not even able to make contact. If you do, many times it's a pop.
0-1. No.
Trying to get him to chase on the changeup that time.
This is the worst part about Sawyer Gibson Long is that you really only have 3 pitches that you can think about trusting. Throwing the changeup is just necessary, but you just You know, you almost just cringe every time you have to throw
Base
it.
is empty. That
Oh!
misses, and it's 2-2.
That's where you want it. It's a good miss.
Let's hope not. Back up the middle, though.
Well, that's a base hit.
2 strikes on another hitter, and it's a problem for everybody pretty much other than Tarek Skubal right now. Can't put anybody away. Doesn't have a strikeout pitch.
Stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
Now the third baseman, Braden Taylor. He reached on a walk his first time.
Oh, Wentz.
Base hit.
You could see it happening the whole time, and Wenzel Perez had nothing he could do.
Second with one gone.
2 consecutive base hits for this team.
That was a good effort. Reaction was good. Braden Taylor just right at shortstop almost, but it just kept slicing away.
2 on, 1 out.
Here's Josh Lowe.
Next to hit for the Rays. And that is out of play.
Oh, yeah. AI singles often do.
Here comes the 0-1.
Back up the middle, it hits. Gibson Long. Perez whiffed on it.
And everyone's safe. They're loaded.
I get that's a tough play, but he goes to barehand it.
And now they'll hustle out to check on him.
Where Gibson Long will be fine.
As you see him down on his knee.
Yeah, clearly in some real pain.
Watch him not be.
That
That would
come
be
out of this game if he
ridiculous.
doesn't have to. It's looking to me like he's going to try to shake it off and continue.
So bases all.
Danny
loaded up.
Jansen.
Danny Jansen to hit here. Strike 1.
Cutter in, top of the zone.
All
No idea
loaded up.
how we get out of
Bottom
this.
the fourth. In there at the knees.
That's a good start.
0-2.
This is a pitch that we have to throw well. It wasn't. Oh, God.
Inside.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Lucky we didn't hit him. Ground ball past the diving McKinstry. Single, 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 single. 2-run single for the Rays.
A little off balance, he put the front foot down, but was so great in keeping the hands back and allowed him still.
We have had 3 chances to make a play this inning.
He drives in a couple of runs.
2 good chances and haven't converted on any of them.
Runners in the corners here. 1 away. So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Richie Palacios.
It's another terrible slider for Gibson Long, though.
There's the strike.
Well, find a way to only allow those 2. Pepio's day is just about to be done.
Swing and a miss as he was out front that time.
No,
Upstairs. And it's 1-2.
never had it today.
That
Oh,
one drifts inside. Still only 1 out here in the inning.
what do I do to strike a guy out with this? That's another bullet on to Torres. A double play.
That's 2. But 2 runs for him.
Third double play for the Rays. What was that?
Rays 3 and the Tigers 1.
We were doomed from the start once the Rays started to get base hits. We really were.
We go to the top of the 5th, and now here's a speed threat. Outfielder Parker Meadows.
Well, here's Meadows. Brian Pepio is still out here, to my surprise.
Pepio back to work.
Well, after putting
Change
a nice
up.
inning on
Change
offense,
up
got
again.
some runs across, this is where you
Oh,
want
I
your
hate
starter
that.
to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
Oh!
Next offering is in for a strike.
I don't know how he's got anything left. Oh, that's good. Yeah, hey. She was looking over at me like she had something to say, so I paused. I was like, "Why? What are you? You're staring at me very strange." And oh yeah, the U.S. just bombed Iran, so that's awesome. Yay. Parker Meadows out of that break. Fly ball to center field. Stop. So
Nothing instills more confidence.
Yeah,
in a
we're,
team than a center fielder who makes a great play like that.
Sitting here live probably at the start of a world war, so that's just fucking great.
Abilities.
Carpenter stands in here.
Fuck you, Pepio!
There, but went around.
Fuck that pitch so much.
Next
Ball,
pitch
that's out.
misses outside. 1-1. Base is empty, one away, and we're at the top
1
of
and
the
1
fifth.
on Carpenter.
Swing and a line drive. Base hit into center field.
Great to get a base hit. Sucks that we just had something leave the bat at 114 miles an hour, and all it is a single. But well, Carpenter can't hit a home run every time.
I'll tell you what, that's a very impressive swing of the bat.
And the Rays manager making his way towards the
That
mound
will
now as he
end.
makes the move. Ryan Pepio will depart, and he
That
had
will
to
end
foul.
Ryan Pepio's
Nothing
night.
came
Kevin
easy
Cash
in
will
this
come get the
start,
ball.
but he leaves with the lead.
Time to get
When
injured
we get
to
back.
dodge a potential draft. The good news is I am no longer, I'm too old for the draft.
Now pitching for the
Number
Rays.
At least
70
the conventional
comes on
draft.
now.
Number
Well, at this
70.
point of the ball game, we're talking about
Watch Donald Trump
and
just be like, yeah, everybody.
length out of this arm coming out of the bullpen. We'll see just how many outs he's able to give his skipper.
What? I don't know.
One down at the plate. Riley Green.
I was told, now granted,
struck
that selected
out,
service
and he
would
is
be an
walked.
entirely different deal. I was told by an Air Force, specifically an Air Force recruiter that I knew, that they would never accept me in the military of any sort because there was like one time where I had laryngitis and they prescribed me an inhaler. And so they were like, yeah, they won't take you. Now that would be totally different if we actually had to use a draft, but no idea how we just got that pitch with Riley Green, but we did. Wild throw back in.
2 consecutive base hits.
That was
for
a
the Huskies
fastball
here.
below the zone there for
One into the
Riley.
gap for
And
Bryce,
another
one over
single
the
to center.
wall. There aren't a
Look at
whole lot
this.
of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive in the center field, so that definitely felt good.
First and second, one out.
Yeah, he told me, he was like, if you ever want to join the military, do not tell them that. They
Really
won't take
clutch
you.
with runners in scoring position this season, so
Here is
they'll have to be
Torkelson.
extra careful in this
Hasn't
matchup.
homered off a right-hander in a minute.
There's the
It's a
strike.
good sweeper down at the knees.
0-1.
More importantly for what we're doing here, a good ball to take. Went to his 5th pitch to get ahead there on Torque. Oh!
Up empty.
Does everybody on this Rays team just have elite changeups? Holy shit!
Probably hits into a double play.
2 on, 1 out.
1 and 2.
2 strikes.
Didn't talk about it. Is Mike Fassel on the mound for the Rays after Pepio exits.
That to right.
It's not a strikeout. We might be able to get Green to third. We're going to give it a go.
Runner tags at second.
Riley Green will slide in to third base.
Now we'll see if moving up
Or
the
sorry,
road
Kerry
there is
Carpenter
a
over to
He had
third.
to tag and go, but now he can score a lot of different
And now
ways.
Glaber,
Doesn't have to be
who's
a base
also
hit.
struggling.
We'll see what happens.
The right-handers in this
Here's
lineup,
Glaber
at least the
Torres.
big hitting
1
ones
for
in
2.
Torres and Torkelson. Both slumping right now.
Out front and foul to the left
That
side.
changeup looks like a fastball for so long. Both of the guys Tampa Bay has thrown in this game. Same thing. And I mean, Vassell, it's his 4th pitch. We haven't seen a lot of his fastballs.
Ball! That pitch is out.
1-1. Even getting 1 run across here would be awesome. Yeah, I want to say in the U.S. it was, I thought it was 27. Base hit, back up the middle, Glaber Torres.
In comes the runner from
Tigers
third,
down a
and
run.
it's an RBI single, and now they trail by 1.
Well, there you go. The RBI
Good stuff.
machine. Another clutch run scoring it back.
Why is it, though, that every
So
base
good in
hit that we're getting is
situations.
just back up the
Call it
middle?
clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. Here's the third baseman, Zach McKinstry. He's 2 for 2.
Important to note, by the way, that was another fastball below the zone. Not to the point of Riley Green's, but just below the knees.
That missed by a lot.
They might work around McKinstry
Green,
here.
the lead runner out at second. Torres at first, 2 out of the
Rather face Dingler, even though Dingler's been pretty good in RBI chances.
Swings and
That's
misses.
a really good changeup.
And a count 1-1.
That one's just difficult because it's got the lateral movement on it, too. It's not even one of the ones. Most of them have just been straight. They break straight down.
And
2-1.
Inside.
Really been able to slow down the game tonight with his at-bats, and the biggest one he's had so far, he doesn't look anxious at all.
2 on, 2 outs.
I figured it would be outer edge. I was ready for that. Slightly out in front. Pat has blocked the entire strike zone, so we'll let that disappear there. That is going to be trouble. Slicing. It will drop. Still 2-2.
2-2 now.
Oh, what a take.
And that's awfully
Full
close.
count.
I don't know how you
Dingler
take
due
that.
up
He's seeing
next.
the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Dylan Dingler in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here.
McKinstry. That one is going to drop.
Headed for the plate.
The Tigers will tie it. Throw to third. Not in time.
Head runner pulls up at third.
Zach McKinstry is 3 for 3. And one of the biggest hits of this game.
Pull it. Turned on it nicely for the knock.
So 2 outs with runners on the corners.
Here's Ding.
And here's the catcher.
The
Dylan
real
Dingler.
RBI man in the lineup.
And he's also single.
At least the bottom part of the order. He's 1 for 1.
That one
Ball
not
one, no
close. Ball 1.
You could work around
2
Dingler
to
if you
2
wanted
outs.
to, if you were scared by that stat line. But then you have the switch hitter batting from the left side, presumably, in Wenzel Perez. Dylan Dingler, right center field. This might get 2 runs home. McKinstry will round third. I don't think there's a doubt about it. It is 5-3.
It's 5-3.
Wasting
Dylan Dingler with a 2-run double.
And
the Tigers lead for the first time today.
Seriously, we're starting with this already.
Apparently
The
so.
Rays manager making his way towards the mound now as he will make the move. Number
The
7
Rays will
won't go any further. 2-run ball
bring
game as he
on
heads for the dugout,
their
and we'll be
third
back with
pitcher
new
of the
pitcher.
inning to face the switch hitter in Wenzel Perez, who's had about as bad of a game as you can
On the
have.
mound for the Rays, Garrett
It will be
Clevenger.
Garrett Clevenger, but again, he pitched last night.
Out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Went 0 for 2 at the plate. It didn't go down as an error. Might as well have been out in the field when the Rays took the lead.
Next to hit, Wenzel Perez.
Woo! Okay,
Started a
sweeper.
little too early, strike
Ball
1.
one's the count.
I was guessing Cutter first pitch. It is his lead pitch. Nada.
Man at second. Rolled softly, but that goes foul.
Went to the sinker. Felt like a decent swing. It was, and yet again, nothing happens on it. It's a
Fights
good
that
foul.
one away, and the count remains 0-2.
That's a really good foul ball from Wenzel. Slightly above the zone, but tough to take.
Man on second, 2 down.
Bullet to left field by Perez. Dingler going to round third. Throw from left field is not in time. 6-3.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there.
Last two Tigers hitters have hit bullets.
Right there, but he didn't spin off of it.
And now this ball was almost hit too hard. Dingler, obviously, I mean, he's a catcher. He ain't quick. But he's fast enough to beat that out. What an inning for the Tigers. 5 runs home. And now here's Baez.
And first offering is fouled off.
I mean, yes, this is a very home run dependent lineup, generally. Baez, a chopper. Got to cut her down and in.
Gets it to first. That'll end the inning after
Inning is finally over, but the Tigers score 5. 9 men came to the plate. It is 6-3.
Back now in Tampa Bay, John Shelby with my buddy Chris Singleton. It's set to get us started.
Hey, it didn't bother him earlier. Pitcher getting tired, but again, we learned somewhat recently that when it comes to these long relievers, that doesn't really matter.
There's the strike.
Well, these Rays,
they get tired at like half energy, which is so strange.
We've heard lots of loud noise coming from their bats in this one, haven't we? I mean, they've launched 6 hits at 90+.
It is the top of the order for the Tampa Bay Rays.
Just missed.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
I don't know how. No idea. That one to right. It'll go foul. Yeah. Yeah, we better take him out. 4 pretty good pitches, to be honest. Swing and a miss over the top of the slider.
We're going to take a look
Down
at
goes Caballero.
And the thing to notice are the pitch locations. Every single one of them
Statcast assemble.
Strike zone. And as a hitter, that can be pretty frustrating because you don't expect the pitcher to be able to make quality pitches one after another like that. And so those are tough spots to do damage, and a great demonstration of pitch command. And
now Ha-Sung Kim.
Yeah, the batter now, Ha-Sung Kim. And
wow.
First offering is fouled off.
Really on the fastball. He was late on the cutter. Go figure. Ground ball to Torque for out number 2.
Home half of the 5th inning, moving along 2 quick outs.
Already been live for over an hour. And I feel like we got to the game relatively quickly, so we're probably looking at like at least 40 minutes of game time already to get to the bottom of the 5th inning.
Important. If he can go 1, 2, 3 here, will be a very positive sign
Yandy
for
Diaz.
him and for his team.
Foul.
Two down, nobody on.
Ground ball. Wenzel Perez.
Here's the tag, and he's out. Nice save on the offline throw as he makes the tag inning over. Rays held in check here and can't cut into that 6-3 deficit.
We got the out. Wow, has Wenzel Perez had a bad day.
Back here at Tropicana Field, all set for the top of the 6th. Now here is Parker Meadows.
Left-hander on the mound, but a tired left-hander already. And Garrett Clevenger to face Meadows, Carpenter, and Green. Chopper, first pitch, it got through. Wow. That looked
Didn't take long to get a result for that.
easy at third. That looked like an easy play to be made. Well, I was going to go take a look and see how much he missed it by. Apparently not. Here's Carpenter.
And now Kerry Carpenter, not even close.
Dealing
there.
with velo-wise.
And
He's got a fastball. I'm not sure if he's going to use it. Not going to steal in his first pitch, or the second pitch, but maybe the next one.
And that one
Into the cutter at 89.
And it's 2-0.
Miles an hour.
Pete Fairbanks up and loosening in the pen.
Meadows will be on the move. Decent jump. It's got such a slow delivery as well that was... It didn't really matter what it was. And we did get the fastball at 95, but that is Parker Meadows' 5th stolen base of the year.
No outs. Runner on
So 2-1 on Carpenter. And a ground ball, base hit, left side, or right side rather. Meadows rounds third. He comes home. 7-3.
And they lead by 4.
Well done. Drives in the run.
Gary Carpenter, his second single today.
He pulled it hard into the
I don't even know how he pulled that
Even when
thing.
you keep it on the ground, it feels great when you hit a missile like that.
And up next for Detroit.
Yeah, did you think you'd be racking up points when your day started with a strikeout?
And
All one agree.
Carpenter gets his lead.
Will
first with nobody
Clevenger
out.
even get the opportunity to face Torkelson Torres? I would doubt it. Fouled away. A little bit early on a cutter below the knees.
Ball 2.
Especially struggling to throw strikes here to Riley.
Getting hit around a little bit.
I would
Let's see if he
lean
can
no.
settle himself down.
3-1.
Outside low. And that's ball
Now, it
3.
could very well be intentional. Could know that his time on the mound is nearing its end and just doesn't want to get hurt by Riley.
And
That's
ball
ball 4.
4, 2 aboard.
I would think that would do it. Running out of energy, struggling already in the inning, they're gonna let him face
First and
Torkelson.
second, no outs. Now it's going to be Spencer Torkelson.
How many
First of 3
times
in
have
this
we
one.
seen this? And how many times has it backfired on the team that's done it? Woo!
With the swing,
Okay.
and that is strike 1.
Big at bat right here with the opportunity to
Hardly
do
missed that
damage.
cutter.
But on the flip side, ground ball, double play, strikeout, that could get the inning back under control on the
Down
mound.
low.
That's low.
That's a little bit low. Traffic on the bases with one already in. And we're the
Down
top
and
half
in.
of the 6th.
Each of the first 2 pitches. Torkelson ripped to left field,
And it's
off the pole and gone.
run. The
22nd torque bomb of the year.
22nd homer of the
And
year.
it did
And they throw
indeed
3
come
on
back to
board.
bite the
It's
Rays.
10-3.
I don't know why you'd leave a guy in
To pitch against
who's
lately. It
pitched in
seems like
each
no
of the
matter
first
how
2
you
games of
attack
this
him, he
series,
finds a way
running
to
low on
punish you.
fumes anyway, and then struggling in this current inning. He's already faced the minimum that he has to.
Well, he really
I mean, my
crossed that
goodness.
thing down the line, and everyone had to hold their breath until it clanked off the pole. And every time that happens, it just kind of feels like a trick shot or something. But really,
Kevin
it's just
Cash
a
out to
stroke
the
of
mound
luck that
again.
he stays fair long enough.
And the Rays
He
manager
can't
making
find
his
an
way
answer.
towards the mound now as he will make the move. Garrett
Oh, yeah, it
Clevenger
was. So it hit the
and as he
actual
heads
pole,
off,
it
we'll
looked
step
like.
aside for a bit. Back with the new pitcher. after
Not even the
break.
fencing.
Now a new pitcher for the Rays, Joe Boyle.
Joe Boyle, 8 games on the year, not that many.
Not a lot of hard contact. not a lot of
22
hits,
innings pitched,
period.
though, so he's just looking to eat innings. Looks like it, with an ERA
Gleyber
of 6.
Torres.
Gleyber all of a sudden 2 for 3. Ground ball to
Swing and a
short.
chopper out to short.
Tigers lead by
Fires across
7.
the
Gleyber got a
diamond.
fastball.
And Gleyber Torres
that
retired.
Wasn't exactly a great ball to pull.
And next to hit for Detroit, Zach McKinstry.
But you did
3
go
for
to the
3 with 3
right-hander.
singles.
Now to face Zach McKinstry, who's had a day. Ground ball, and Zach McKinstry is 4 for 4.
So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Oh, this has been a
Breaking
really
out
nice
of a
game at the
slump,
plate
my
for him.
goodness.
He looks locked in. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits.
His
up the middle,
average had
even on
fallen
ground balls. So a
from
nice
about
job to use that big hole and
275
get
to
himself
about
a hit.
250 in recent
Dylan
weeks.
Dingler up now for the Tigers. Known
Here's
for
Ding.
his rocket arm behind the plate.
Ground ball, this
Ground
could
ball
be
left
2.
side, could be 2.
One hell of a play there. I don't think they got the out. They didn't get anything.
Now back, the shortstop.
That'll be a hit for Dingler as well. The throw was high. Foot came off the bag. It's a good job by Lowe just to corral that in. It could get even worse now. Wenzel down the right field line. It will get worse.
Coming home. He will score.
Wenzel into second. It is 11-3
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI.
as
Just a
McKinstry
really nice job of
scores.
turning on that pitch and
Dingler
smoking
up
it
to
down the
third.
line. And There's no one playing there, so once
Apparently so. This whole team woke up when Pepio left this game.
One away, runners at second and third. Now it's the DH.
Here is Baez.
Javier Baez. Pitch
About the
misses
only
outside.
batter
And that is
in the
ball
order
one.
to not have
Second and third
an
here.
impact so
One away.
far.
And
Ripped
one full
foul. Through the cutter, 92, leaked over the plate. That one could be trouble. Right center field, carrying back.
Morel makes the
It
catch.
will be caught by
Runners
Morel.
tagging from second
Runner will
and third.
tag. It's
One
12-3.
runner's in.
That's just a really nice catch. On
Remember
the
when
run
this
right
game
there.
was like
He's
3-1?
extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
So now we'll see
Meadows
Parker.
Up now for the Tigers.
Runner on third
He's
and
already
2
home in
away.
this game. Swing
Woo!
and misses. He was late that
I don't know if I've seen a 99-mile-an-hour fastball all game.
Locations like that right down the middle, but I still think
Who
it's
is
a
mowing
dangerous pitch.
grass
Don't wanna do
at
it
damn
again.
near 9 p.m.? It smells like fresh cut grass. It kind of is.
Late
Woo!
that
Okay,
time,
that
it's
curveball had a lot of
strike two.
movement on it.
Just a bit late on that 0-1 breaking ball. 0-2 hole now. He's going to have to shorten up, tighten things up.
All right,
He's gonna
let's
have
be
to go
better.
back.
Good eye
Well,
right
they tried.
there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Back-to-back curveballs from Joe Boyle.
Cut out and missed, struck him out.
I want you to know how early I tried to check that
So in the
to no
end,
avail.
10 come to the plate, 6 come around to score. To the bottom of the 6 we go, 4, 5, 6.
Soon as I started to see that thing break, I let off the button. And man, oh man, did I hardly tap it.
Here's the second base.
Because for a second it looked like it was, I knew it was a curveball. It looked like it was going to hang.
Pitcher wants to run support, and having a lead is nice, but it
Brandon
can be
Lau.
challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping
Ball
the
one.
mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much
We
finesse.
get as much as we
Go
can out
after
of
hitters
Gibson
and
Long
get
here.
quick outs.
That's in there. That's strike 1.
That thing moved laterally more than any curveball he'd thrown in the at-bat.
And it's fouled away.
9-run Tiger lead.
Fouls it off.
Got a piece of
still
that backdoor
1-2.
slider for once. We actually threw it decent.
And
2-2.
delivers outside.
It certainly wasn't looking like it, but, I mean, it kind of goes into what his last outing was.
Next
Yeah,
pitch is
3-2.
downstairs.
He struggled early when he came on in the second or third, whatever it was, and settled down.
Fights it off. He'll see another.
You couldn't have just missed it. And a base hit, maybe more. Carpenter cuts it
And the
off.
man aboard.
That thing just kept going once it hit the turf out there.
Now here is Christopher.
It's a well-executed pitch. In fact, just missed
So far.
off the outer edge.
In there, and it's 0-1. Wow.
0-1.
Gets his lead at first. Nobody out.
Wow.
In
To
the
center,
air,
long
center.
run for Meadows.
on
He'll
his
be
way
there.
Over, and there's one down.
Oh, man, it's so nice having him back. I keep saying it. Just every time we get one of those balls,
Taylor.
and Parker Meadows just moves so quickly out there, you just have a feeling that almost nothing is ever going to drop.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
I mean,
Man at first.
Sawyer's
one away.
energy is still green, ever so slightly.
Not
got
close
one ball
with
Nothing
that
backdoor's
one.
working,
And the
though.
count even 1-1.
Pitch count nowhere near as good as last time. Dive and pass McKinstry, and that ball's still rolling.
Around second, headed for third.
Are they going to try and send the runner? No.
Lead runner holds Runs at third.
Second and
So
third
two
with
runners
one
in
away.
scoring position and just one
Perhaps
out.
maybe
Love how he
time
let that
to
ball
think
travel,
about
Trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
a bullpen arm. How opposite field hits.
And here is Josh Lowe.
Give me Dylan Smith and Matt Gage. Somebody pointed out in the YouTube comments that Matt Gage was wearing the wrong number, even though I'm not so certain that we've used Gage, but I did fix that.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. Second and third, one away. Here in the bottom of the sixth.
Ground ball,
Ground ball,
Torkelson will sacrifice the run to get that second out.
Run across.
Rays down 8.
Danny Jansen
Now
the next to hit.
Tell you what, Dan and Jansen's had a game.
Right here, a couple of RBIs for him in his last AB.
Up and in, and it's 1-0. Right through there for a strike.
Which is saying something. I mean, he was not a factor last night.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
He's been great in this
Might
one.
finally not be a factor
Formation
here.
just failed him a little bit right there.
And a ball leads.
Wow, what a terrible two-strike pitch.
2 outs and 1 in scoring position.
No!
Just misses. Ball 3.
All right, fine. That's not where I wanted that. Longest inning of the night for Sawyer Gibson-Long.
So now 2 on.
And now a walk.
And 2 outs.
Speaking of walks, did you see anything
I certainly
special
wouldn't
during your
want
walk?
to make
I know you like to take in all the
a
surroundings.
pitching change right
Just love
here.
Interacting with the people. It's just fun to connect. I mean, as I was headed up to the booth, one guy shouted at me, "Make sure to say hi to Kenny."
And we've got enough of a
Palacios
gap
in the
that
box again,
I feel like we
takes the
can
strike.
get away with just trying to let him ride this out.
Swing and a miss. 0-2.
Very well
Oh!
executed changeup right there. If he can command the fastball consistently, that's
Swing and a
Now that's
miss.
strike 3.
Oh, what
Third
a
out. So we take
what a
break.
response! What a
1 run in the
recovery for
inning, but they
Sawyer.
leave 2. We're through 6 full. It's the Tigers
27
12,
combined
the Rays
hits
4.
tonight. And finally, we'll head to the late innings.
And welcome back to
Leading
the
off for the
ballpark.
Tigers,
New
the
inning
left
getting
fielder,
started.
number
Now the left
thirty.
fielder.
Let's head into the
Gary
bullpen.
Carpenter.
It's looking like it'll be what I do believe is the Tigers' debut of Dylan Smith. And truth be told, he could probably finish this thing out. Still got really good stamina.
And that's in for a strike.
San Diego Studios hasn't nerfed that yet.
That misses
So
the
Joe
zone.
Boyle's still
1 ball,
out
1
here.
strike.
Just looking to eat as many innings as possible since the game won't put a position player on the mound.
Late with the swing there.
bringing the cheese on.
Didn't really have much of a choice. Try and go after that, since that's all he seems to want to do is fastballs up.
Gets a piece.
Cutter
and
middle
stays
in.
alive.
It's a well thrown at bat so far from Joe Boyle.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
I don't even know how many pitchers the Rays have used at this point. Lost track. Gary Carpenter has sent one out of here.
You can forget it.
It's an opposite field wall scraper, but it is number 37.
Second home run of the series, and they tack one
Back-to-back
on the board.
days with a
It's
long ball for
13-4.
Carp.
That's their 3rd home run of the game.
Somebody Google, like, first-half home run records. Like, honestly. Like, I don't understand. That's not even a good swing.
He dropped the barrel right there. Got a fastball down at the knees.
Ow! Look at that and tell me how we drove that out.
The elevated fastball, so I'm sure his eyes got big when he saw that one coming.
And the Rays Rays manager making his way towards
Kevin
the mound
Cash
now as he will make the
with
move.
yet another march
Joe
to the
Boyle
hill.
done for the night, and as he heads for the dugout, we'll
Joe
take
Boyle
a quick
did not
break.
eat up the
No harm on
innings
the
that
mound
the
when
Rays would have hoped for.
Pete Fairbanks gets the ball.
So
now.
all of the pick the stick selections tonight have hit a ball out of here.
Now it's the right fielder, Riley Green.
So we'll see Pete Fairbanks, which seems to be an odd decision, but the Rays just don't have anybody else.
That one finds the zone. It's
We did
0-1.
see Fairbanks last night as well.
And with one home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
That one's upstairs, ball one.
He really committed to that fastball up at the top of the zone.
Yeah, I wish the
And
game would
if he
do
makes a
that.
mistake in the zone, it gets
Lean
hit
into the
hard by
realism a little
power
bit.
guy like this. That's a nice miss right there.
Because I'll try and do it. It's a pain in the ass to actually put a position player on the mound. But I'll do it if we're getting just killed.
Yeah, that's fouled off.
Good late string pull on that changeup, 89. Riley
This one
popped
in the
up
air.
a fastball middle in on the infield.
Brings it in.
Kind of tied him up. Yandy Diaz there.
Now batting, the first baseman, Spencer Torkelson.
And next will
Rays
be the
got
cleanup
that
hitter,
run back just
Spencer
to
Torkelson. He's already
allow
homered
it
here in this
right
one.
back, and it's a 9-run game again.
Just missed.
I mean, just the way that this is gone, this has trended so badly for the Rays. Last few innings.
One down, base is empty. Foul ball.
Just save your bullpen at that rate.
The 1-1. Outside corner, there's a strike.
One ball.
Don't love that. One and two. Ground ball, base hit for Torkelson. Pete Fairbanks did not do what he wanted to with that slider. It was a Sawyer Gibson long slider, just spun.
Now batting.
Didn't do
the
anything.
second baseman,
Gleyber Torres up to the plate.
Torres.
Gleyber, left field, and don't think it's hit well enough. No.
Nabs it, 2 down.
So 2 away for McKinstry, who will go for 5 for 5 here.
Zach McKinstry up now for the Tigers.
Now they're all singles. 1 RBI and 2 runs scored. Nah, it's probably not going to happen.
Kim
No.
throws to first. Out number 3.
Well, Zach's perfect day ended, but Kerry Carpenter goes deep. What is it with us in opposite field home runs tonight? Not been our strength this year.
Baseball on the show.
9-run game again as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning.
Now pitching for the
We're back
Tigers.
in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the
It is indeed the... Is it the Major League debut? It is, yes.
No one on base.
Yeah, you're already going to be a little nervous out there, so I think
Listed
it's
as a
nice job by the
starter.
skipper to get him in here without any
So
added
he's got a lot of
pressure
stamina.
with traffic on the bases.
Caballero,
Might
the
finish
leadoff
this
batter,
game,
as he looks at
depending
ball 1.
on the results.
Ground ball left
Fouled away,
side,
1-1.
and it goes just foul.
He's bagging.
You know,
Give
maybe
that
there
pitch
is something
one
to
more
that.
Time. A hanging changeup just out in front.
Ooh,
The breaking ball misses outside.
kind of feel for Dylan on that.
Next offering is in for a
Now, I'm
strike.
not really sure why his velocity is so low. Like, he can actually... He's got some velo.
Gets a piece
Out in
there.
front
We'll
of
do
the
it
cutter
again.
at 89.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
On the
This one
infield.
in the air. Torkelson
5-pitch battle with Caballero, but Torkelson underneath
hauls it
that.
in, and there's one away. Ha-Sung Kim.
The batter, number
See
seven.
Ha-Sung Kim.
1 for 3.
Not much of a factor tonight.
The shortstop takes the ball.
Great pitch, though.
Next pitch in for a strike, and it's 1-1. The Tigers
Now, we will say he's got a better
this one
fastball than
near the
Gibson
bottom of
Long
the
does.
seventh. On the outside corner, and that is strike 2.
Might even locate better.
Rip to right.
Right to right. What? We got an animation kick in that ball had to drop. That's the second time that's happened to Riley in 2 days, where he's gotten the world's worst or none,
Groundouts and a strikeout.
or rather no, animation.
First pitch misses.
Ground ball, a dive from Wenzel. To no avail. They're going to third here.
And he's out.
I guess that makes up for it ever so slightly.
Pretty good right now. That's an excellent job by this guy to come up throwing and deliver a strike to third base. Now for the offense, that's a tough one.
There's a plan there.
Because you never want to lose a runner in scoring position by making an out at third base.
Here's
Brandon
Lowe.
Lau.
Or sorry,
Getting
this is
ready to
Lau.
hit. Fastball for a strike. Tap foul at the plate.
Late swing on that changeup.
The 0-2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
I
His
guess.
pitches really well late on that fastball after seeing the changeup.
Cutter in, strike
And he
three.
got him. Strike
Strikeout for
that'll retire
Dylan
the
Smith.
side. This one pretty well decided at this point.
Oh,
Look ahead to
Tampa.
inning number 8. Detroit's
Oh,
out front,
Tampa. Hope you like
13-4.
offense. Or at least hits. Seen a few of those tonight.
Back now in Tampa Bay. Here's the catcher, Dylan.
And the
Dingler.
Tigers still have 6 outs to get even more hits. Dylan Dingler, also perfect on the day, 3 for 3.
Fairbanks back to work. Outside low, 1-0. He was late there, strike
Shouldn't
one.
have even gone after it.
Touch being at the top of the zone, 99, 98, even 97. As pitchers do such a good job of teasing that part of the zone. Just
That will get out of
elevating
play.
It looks good because
Ever
you see
so
it for a
slightly.
good while as a hitter. Looks juicy.
1 and 2
and
off
by
the end of the
time you
bat there
swing,
for
it's
Ding.
almost in the catcher's mitt.
Line drive, base hit right field.
Dylan Dingler is 4 for 4.
Good two-strike
Two
hitting right there,
Tigers
but a bit
with
of a
4
lost art
hits
for some,
tonight.
so that was
And
nicely
it's
done to beat
it's
the
Dingler
odds.
and
Anytime you rip
and
a line drive
McKinstry
the other way, you
of all
feel
people.
really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you
Now
let
Wenzel.
the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Paris in the box now as he leaves that one up high.
Dylan Dingler's going to be a 300 hitter if he keeps this up. 2-0.
That's inside.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
That one's spoiled, and the count.
That
now
felt like a
2-1.
swing in innings 1 through 3. Where this team couldn't hit anything.
Next offering is fouled back.
It's a tough pitch.
Fastball 97
but in
at the
terms
knees
of
on Wenzel
the
Perez.
best
2 and
pitch you're
2.
gonna get to
All
hit in the
fastballs
at-bat,
from
that
Fairbanks.
Fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When he elevates, guys
Still.
haven't touched it.
Nobody out. Runner at first.
3-2. Ground ball. It got through Fairbanks. A chance at a play. And that is, oh, they did get the out at second base.
Up next to the Tigers.
I wasn't so sure about it. That looked like a carbon copy of what happened earlier. It certainly looked like it. Ha-Sung Kim leaps up. Yeah, just slightly able to get down and get Dingler. Javier Baez looking for his first hit in this thing.
Ground ball to the right side. 1 and 2nd. Back to first for 2, and that'll do it. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left.
It may have been Zach, yeah.
Coming up, the Tigers lead it 13-4.
Well, let's think about that. So, I think that was 7, 8, and 9, right? I don't think Dingler hit, or I don't think McKinstry hit. Oh, okay, yeah. Dylan Smith back to work with a 9-run lead.
Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Pretty lackadaisical swing there from Christopher Morel.
Ball. I got a ball, 1 strike.
And that one
ripped
foul.
one into the netting. And the 1-2.
And that's outside.
You're the Rays. How do you feel at all this?
Next
Oh!
Downstairs.
Oh, good God. How do you take that?
Swing and a
There you go.
pop-up. Foul territory
Popped up for
the catcher.
Dingler. And Morel after a home run early to make it 1-0.
Now batting.
He's not been a
the third
factor.
baseman, Brayden Taylor.
So up next, Brayden Taylor.
Brayden Taylor with 1 away.
Hammered down the right side, but
Home
foul.
run distance, but well foul.
Base is empty, 1 away. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. He swings and fouls 1 off.
Ground ball to Wenzel.
Ripped to short.
Late on that. 2
Throw
away.
on to Torkelson. 2 up, 2 down.
Now batting, right fielder, Josh.
2 away for
Bases
Josh
empty.
Lowe.
Now
Feels
for
like both
Tampa
teams
Bay,
are just trying to
Josh
get
Lowe.
out of this thing.
Just
Yep,
off
that
the
ball went
outside edge. Ball
Except
game.
Josh Lowe. He's not giving up strikes.
That one fouled off.
1-1 now. As he just gifted us to strike.
Swings through
And
that
another
for
one.
strike 2.
He has a tendency to chase out of the zone, and that slider that's down, that's one of his money pitches to get that swing and miss.
2-2.
Off the outside edge, and now the count is 2-2. Foul ball left side. He'll see another.
Even
See
Dylan
the
Smith, I
Chargers
mean, he
stay
doesn't
back
have
long enough to
crazy
handle the
strikeout
off-speed
stuff.
pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
Two outs.
Chopper.
Chop to the right side.
Torkelson will handle it
Takes
himself.
And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Nothing doing
Dylan
here
Smith
this
with a
half.
pretty good major league debut
Tigers
so
lead this
far.
one 13-4.
No damage done. Final chance for the Tigers to tack on more.
All set to start the 9th in this one.
And it is the
here's
top of the
Tiger
order.
leadoff man, Parker
2 for
Meadows.
10 series. So far for Parker, both hits in this series have come tonight.
Yeah, big swing and a miss.
Ooh, Baez.
They are leaving
Take the donut
Pete
off the
Fairbanks
back,
out here. 32 first half home runs, so we cleared that a while ago.
That misses. And 1-1.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Cleared that probably in May.
And strike 2.
That pitch is back.
1 ball, 2 strike.
Fastball, changeup at the knees.
And that
Whoa,
is
that's
downstairs. And the count's even at 2.
What a season Cal Raleigh's having. He also has one of my favorite nicknames in baseball currently.
Chases the changeup in the dirt.
I had no clue that was
In
changeup.
time
None.
to get him. 1 away in the strikeout.
Holy shit, did he disguise that well?
Kerry Carpenter now at the plate.
What a turnaround for Carpenter. Started out 0 for 2. Oh.
And first offering is fouled off.
Perhaps
The
some
Tigers up big in this
mercy
one.
being
Near the
shown
top
by
of
the
ninth.
game on that.
And that's
One
in the
ball,
dirt.
one strike.
And now it's even 1-1.
Oh, that home run number 37 wasn't good enough for you? Ground ball. It won't be a home run, but it will be Carpenter's 4th
So a man
hit
aboard
tonight.
now with one away.
He is 4 for
Riley
6.
Green will hit next.
Riley Green's had an odd night, 1 for 3.
Right back to the mound. Could be an easy 2. Goes to second for 1, and it's a double play to end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. 8-9-1, 2 up in the bottom of inning number 9. Detroit is out in front, 13-4. All set for the
Leading
bottom
off
of the
for the
9th.
Reds.
And now the catcher comes up to him. Danny
Okay.
Jansen.
Okay. Let's just watch this live from the perspective of Pete Fairbanks. That shit is such a joke. Oh my god. Why does he have to spin?
That one found hard the other way. And a foul
Also
ball.
foul. Danny Jansen 2 for 2. Is that
Gets
right?
a piece, and it
Is that
stays
really
on
what that
2.
said? We haven't gotten Danny Jansen out.
And that one cutting but missing down low. Try to get him to chase
Make it
some
2
change
and
up
2.
that time.
He's trying to stay down in the zone,
Probably.
but the hitter just will not chase. Now back in a 2-2 count.
Got
He's
him
gonna
looking.
have to go to something else to get him out.
That was pretty
Now
nasty.
goes
Yeah, that's a tough
Jansen.
pitch to stay on. You don't want to get beat inside. And as you see that pitch
Boy.
continue to run away from you, by the time it's in the catcher's mitt, you think it's a ball off the plate away.
So digging in.
We are going to let Dylan Smith try and finish this out.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in
Outside,
this
that's the
one.
ball.
Misses outside, and that's ball 1.
Which might even give Smith a save.
Fouled off left side. The
Yeah.
Rays with a lot of ground to make up.
Not sure what we're doing. We
Last
might
half
play
of
the
inning
SEC
number
championship. Ground
Hard
ball to
hit left
McKinstry.
side.
A lot of ground balls early,
Roll on
not
to
so much in the
Torkelson,
mid to late
and they're down to
innings.
their last out.
Rays down to their final
Jose
out. We'll have a
Caballero
rubber match
next to hit for the
tomorrow
Rays.
before a day off on Monday and into left
Lifted to
field.
left, and that
Couldn't
should
even
do it.
get done with the
And
spiel.
that'll do it.
Carpenter's there
The
to finish it
Tigers
off.
Take this one in a blowout.
A comeback for the Tigers, early innings, down 3-1. And just like that. Just like that. Tigers offense came alive.
Here's your final.
Mid to late here in this game. Sawyer Gibson long is 3-0.
The show.
Mike
Thanks for stopping
Vassell
by. I'm
eats
John
the loss
Shelby.
here.
Talk to you soon.
Dylan Smith does earn a save in his MLB debut as the Tigers win game 2 of 3, 13-4. Believe you got Casey Mize going for us tomorrow.